So my wife wanted me to watch her cheat. I decided to give her a little dose of the real world. I'm 34, a guy, and I've been hitched to Vanessa, 32, for 7 years. Everything was all right until she got that promotion at the marketing firm last year. Then, things shifted. She started staying out later, glued to her phone, and basically ignoring me. I figured it was just work stress at first. I cooked more, gave her space, and just listened. But the more I tried, the less she seemed to care. About 3 months ago, I saw a text on her phone from some guy named Derek that said, "Can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Last night was incredible." My heart just sank, but I didn't jump down her throat right away. I started paying attention. She was working late twice a week. Dinner with friends went on until midnight sometimes, and she'd come home smelling like some cologne I didn't recognize. I started making notes of dates, times, and the holes in her stories, and even checked our shared location app. She was hardly ever where she said she was. 2 weeks ago, she told me she was going on a girls' weekend with work friends, but I knew her closest work friend was visiting her family. That weekend, Vanessa forgot I could see her Instagram, so I asked her real casual like, "Who's going on this trip?" She just rattled off a bunch of names, including the friend I knew was out of town. I said, "That's weird, because Madison posted yesterday about visiting her parents this weekend." Her face just went blank for a second before she covered, "Oh yeah, she had to cancel last minute. I forgot to say." That night I heard her on the phone. I heard her say he was clueless, she was fine, and she'd pack that black lingerie I liked. 3 whole days with him, she couldn't wait. The next day, I took the day off. I just stood there in the bedroom doorway while she finished packing her stuff. "Who is he?" I whispered, barely a sound. "What are you talking about?" she said, not even looking up. "The guy you're spending the weekend with," I said. "Derek, right?" She finally looked at me, and it wasn't guilt in her eyes, it was pure satisfaction. "Wow," she said, "you finally figured it out. Took you long enough." She actually laughed. "Yes," she said, "Derek, my boss. We've been together for months." All I could manage was, "Why?" She sighed like I was some little kid. "Because he's exciting, he's got ambition. He doesn't just take whatever life throws at him." She zipped her suitcase. "Look at you," she said. "You're pathetic. You knew something was up and you did absolutely nothing for months." "I want you to stop seeing him," I said. "We can try to fix our marriage, go to counseling." She laughed again. "God, you're so weak even now," she said. "Fix our marriage? There's nothing to fix. I've grown past you." "If you leave today," I said quietly, "don't expect things to be the same when you get back." Her eyes got all hard and narrowed. "Is that a threat?" she sneered. "Please," she said, "you're too weak to do anything about it." She walked right past me at the bedroom door, then she turned back. "I'll be home Sunday night," she said. "Maybe if you clean the house and make a nice dinner, I might not leave you right away." When she left, I could barely hear her mumble something like, "You can't stop me." Whatever. I just smiled and nodded. The second her car was gone, I got down to business. First, I called a locksmith to swap out all the locks. That same afternoon, I got in touch with a lawyer I'd already checked out and officially hired them. Then I started gathering her stuff, all of it. I was super careful, making sure not to mess anything up. This wasn't a rage thing, not at all. It was all planned out. I got a storage unit close by for her good stuff. Jewelry, fancy bags, family stuff, things that meant something to her. The rest, clothes, shoes, her makeup and stuff, I packed into waterproof bins and put them on the driveway, covered with tarps in case it rained. On Saturday, I went to the bank and took out my half of our savings, almost to the penny, and put it in a new account. I'd already started having my paychecks go into my own account 2 weeks before. Sunday afternoon, I sat in the living room just waiting. At 5:47 p.m., I heard her car pull up. Then quiet. Then car doors slamming. What the heck? Her scream was so loud I could hear it right through the closed windows. Then came the pounding on the front door. I didn't budge. "Open the door, what is this?" she yelled. I walked over to the door, cool as a cucumber, but didn't open it. "The key and info for the storage unit are in the envelope taped to the blue bin. Your valuables and sentimental things are all safe in there," I told her. "Open this damn door right now," she screamed. "Nope, I don't think so," I said back, not even raising my voice. "I've got all my stuff. You can head over to Derek's, can't you? Seeing as he's Mr. Excitement and Ambition." "This is my stuff. And my house too. Both our names are on the deed. Yeah, the lawyer will be calling you about that. As for your belongings, I made sure everything is there and safe. More than you did for our marriage, I guess." Suddenly Derek's deeper voice chimed in. "Hey man, this is insane. Just unlock the door and let's talk about this like grown-ups. There's nothing to talk about, I yelled back. And I'm tired of being the only grown-up in this marriage. Vanessa had sure made her choice loud and clear. About 40 minutes later, a couple of cops rolled up. I told them what was going on, showed them proof that I lived there, and that I hadn't wrecked or taken anything, just moved her stuff to a safe spot. They told Vanessa it was a civil issue, and she'd have to deal with it through the courts since I hadn't tossed her stuff or broken any laws, seeing her face when they said that almost made up for the hell of the last few months. Almost. 3 days later, Vanessa totally lost it. Yesterday, she showed up at my work with Derek. They waited in the lobby until I went to lunch. Derek tried to play tough guy. We need to talk. No, we don't, I said, trying to sidestep him. He got in my way. Look, this has gone on long enough. You've made your point. Time to be reasonable. I laughed. Reasonable like sleeping with someone's wife? That kind of reasonable. Okay then. Get my wife over to my place tonight, then we'll talk. Vanessa started fake crying. I messed up, all right? But you didn't have to totally embarrass me. Forgetting a bill is a mistake. What you did was a whole bunch of bad decisions, day in and day out for months. Derek came closer. Hey man, Vanessa said, stopping, but I cut him off. Talk to my lawyer. I turned to leave. Vanessa grabbed my arm. I left my laptop and grandma's ring at the house. I need them back now. Your laptop's in the storage unit. The ring's in the safety deposit box. The paperwork's with you. Her face got all twisted up with anger. You had no right to go through my stuff. You had no right to cheat. But here we are. Derek's voice got quieter. Vanessa's thinking about calling off the divorce if you're willing to try again. That totally shocked me. Seriously, you think I'd take her back? Vanessa wiped her eyes. I see what a huge mistake I made, Derek and I did. It wasn't what I thought it would be. So now you're stuck with him, huh? How's that going? Derek's face got real serious. Easy there, pal, I laughed. Let me guess Derek's wife found out, or his boss. The whole affair's not so glamorous anymore, is it? They looked at each other and I knew I was right. Wow, so his wife knows. That means you can't hide at his place anymore. And maybe work found out too. Is that why you suddenly want to fix things? Vanessa's face fell. It's not like that. Yes, it totally is. I wasn't sorry I cheated. I was sorry I got busted. As I walked away, Derek yelled, "You'll be sorry. You think you have proof? We have proof too. Proof of how controlling you are, how emotionally manipulative you are." I spun around. Falsifying documents and lying under oath are illegal, Derek. But go ahead, ruin your career too. You've already blown up your marriage. Later, I got a text from Becca, a friend of ours. Is it true you hacked into his computer? She's saying you've been spying on her for months. I sent back screenshots of Derek's texts and a recording I had of Vanessa's "You're so weak" rant. I don't usually record people, but something told me I needed to cover myself. Becca texted back, "Holy crap, she's telling everyone a totally different story." Turns out, Vanessa was telling our friends that I was the controlling one, that I was paranoid, and that she only went to Derek for support. She claimed her only mistake was sleeping with him. One evening after work, I found Vanessa's brother, Tim, sitting on my porch. "I need to talk to you," he said. "About what?" I asked. "About how my sister is living out of her car while you're sitting in the house you two bought together." I played him the recording. His expression shifted as he listened to his sister laughing about the affair, calling me pathetic and a loser. "Jesus Christ," he said when it was over. "I had no clue. She made it seem like," he trailed off. "She's lying to everyone, Tim." Then, this morning, I woke up to find all 4 of my tires slashed. I can't prove it was Vanessa or Derek, but the whole thing smells fishy, timing-wise. So I went ahead and put up security cameras all over the place. Fast forward. A week later, Vanessa started this PR blitz trashing me. She was telling everyone I cut her off from her friends, spied on her, and was punishing her for a single slip-up. Some of our shared friends started picking sides. My friend Ryan called, trying to convince me to be a man and just work things out, saying everyone messes up. When I brought up her affair and the way she'd treated me, he was like, "Come on, dude, you know how women get when they're upset." Ryan's blocked now. Then the craziest thing happened. Derek's wife, Michelle, got in touch. Apparently, Vanessa told Derek that I was totally unstable and potentially dangerous. So, he warned Michelle that I might try to contact her with fake proof of an affair. I sent Michelle the recording, along with screenshots of hotel bills from the weekends Vanessa swore she was hanging out with her girlfriends. I told her, "I'm not trying to wreck your marriage, but you need to know the truth, just like I needed it 3 days ago." I pulled up to my place to find Vanessa, Derek, and two random people standing in my driveway. "These are my cousins," Vanessa said. "They're helping me get my stuff." "Your stuff's in storage," I told her through my car window. "It's all with your lawyer. I need to get inside. There are important documents." Derek walked up to my car. "Don't make this difficult. Just let her in for 10 minutes. Then Derek slammed his hand on my car. "You don't get to call all the shots, asshole." My cousin, one of them, stepped up. "Dude, seriously, just let her get her stuff." "Get off my property now," I said, grabbing my phone. "The cameras I put in last week are rolling. If you don't leave right now, I'm calling the cops." Derek's face went blank. "Cameras, front door, back door, garage, driveway, recording 24/7. 20 minutes after they took off, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize. You think cameras will save you, we'll see." Last night at 2:17 a.m., my phone went off motion at the back door. The camera showed Derek and one of the cousins trying to mess with the lock. I dialed 911 immediately. The police showed up, and within minutes, both men were still there, saying they were just helping Vanessa get her meds. They got arrested for attempted breaking and entering. Derek kept shouting that I was crazy and that I'd stolen Vanessa's birth control to keep her trapped. This morning, I found out Vanessa told her work she was the victim of domestic abuse. Our HR department called me in, kind of awkwardly, and said they were concerned about my home life. I showed them the police report about the break-in attempt, plus stuff from my lawyer. I made it crystal clear that I was the one being harassed, not the other way around. And now, Vanessa's parents are telling everyone in the family that I cheated during our marriage and pushed her to find comfort somewhere else. My lawyer thinks we've got a slam-dunk case for a fault divorce, especially with that police report. She told me, straight up, to stay away from Vanessa and Derek. All communication has to go through her. 6 weeks later, the divorce was final yesterday. No courtroom drama, no more crazy run-ins after he tried to break into my place. They charged Derek with attempted burglary and violating that restraining order I got. He spent 2 nights in jail before he could bail out. His wife, Michelle, filed for divorce that same week. The whole thing really turned around when Vanessa's lies blew up in her face. Becca, my friend, spilled the beans. Vanessa had been telling her everything about the affair with Derek for months. It wasn't about me being controlling, like Vanessa had claimed. Becca sent me everything, tons of messages, going back almost 8 months. It proved the affair had been going on way longer than Vanessa let on. Those messages, they were brutal. Vanessa called me boring, a wimp, a stepping stone, like I was nothing to her. After Derek got arrested and it was all over the local news, his company started an investigation. They put both him and Vanessa on leave for breaking company rules about bosses and employees dating. 3 weeks ago, Derek got fired. Vanessa lost her job a week after that. Things were getting really bad, financially and reputation-wise, so I finally gave in. We split everything down the middle. Basically, we each got back what we'd had before we got married, and then we split everything we'd gotten together. I kept the house, paying her for her share, along with my car and my retirement stuff. She got her share of our savings, her car, and all the stuff I'd already boxed up. About our friends, well, the whole truth eventually came out. Vanessa's brother, Tim, showed their parents the recording. Her mom's still sticking up for her, saying she must have been at the end of her rope, but her dad actually apologized. Most of our friends have backed away from both of us. A couple did apologize for believing Vanessa's story without hearing my side. Even Ryan, that be a man guy, sent a huge text saying he'd been way out of line. Too little, too late, though. The last I heard, Vanessa and Derek are still together, in some tiny apartment across town, and neither one of them has a job yet. Vanessa, according to Becker, thinks I ruined her life and says I should have kept it quiet instead of airing our dirty laundry. The whole thing is just incredibly painful. I'm still here, in the house. For now, anyway. I'm thinking about selling it and starting over somewhere completely new, somewhere without all the bad memories. I've been repainting, got a new bed, moved all the furniture around. Little things, trying to make it my own again. The toughest thing wasn't the divorce or even the fact that I was betrayed. It's trying to figure out how the woman I loved became the person who could stand there, look me in the face, call me names, and expect me to just sit there and take it. I keep asking myself, was she always like this? Did she change? Or did I just never really know her at all? I started seeing a therapist to try and sort through all of that. It's actually been a lifesaver. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is just reject someone else's idea of who you are. Vanessa thought I was too much of a pushover to stand up for myself. Well, she was wrong. I'm putting my life back together, piece by piece, and for the first time in ages, I'm actually excited about what the future holds. I just want to say, please don't tell me to go after Vanessa or Derek. The divorce is done. They've dealt with what they did, and I'm done with it. Fantasizing about getting even might feel good, but the real way to get back at them is to live a good life. And that's exactly what I plan on doing.